Listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend any of you, but if you're broke, it's because your skills aren't worth enough. Look at this beautiful being, Jack, for example. Dude's making 15 bucks an hour, working 40 hours per week. That's 2.4K a month before taxes, because that's what ringing up a register does for you. That's all the skill is actually worth. Then you see this big, beautiful being, Dan, out here working 40 hours a week, taking home 17K every single month, because that's what his skills are worth as a doctor. You get paid in proportion to the quality of your skill. These are called high income skills. Look at this dude, Raf, for example, and this beautiful being. I have no idea who he is beside him. Raf is getting paid $100,000 a month because that's how much his skills are worth. But he's different. He's like, hey, I can get paid 5K a month with this one skill. Why not just offer it to multiple more people? He figured out the sauce. And that's what it's all been about. It's always been about skills. And that's what today's video is going to be about. Like, the same principle has been applied throughout all of human history. I'm talking about even in the caveman era, when the first caveman invented fire and he figured out how to do it, and he's shaking the sticks together and poof, a flame comes out. Everyone's like, wow, all the cave women are surrounding him. I want to have everything that this caveman has. This guy is now valuable. He is now in demand. How all the cavemen in the city were throwing themselves on him because he built an advantage, this competitive advantage. He is valuable and has a skill that is worth something. Yet 99% of you do not understand what these skills are or what a high income skill is and why it's still valuable to this day. Like, look at sports. You cannot get drafted into a sports team unless you prove that you have the skill that is necessary to compete on the organization's behalf. Same thing with the military. You think they're just going to let any mumbo jumbo, big will dumbass come in with a gun and start AK-47 people? No, bro. You got to go through some extensive training, and no job will hire you for a high paying position unless you can prove that you have the necessary skills. The whole point of you going to college and getting a degree in the first place is what? Why are you going there? Why did you apply for these schools? It is to get a diploma around what? A skill. That is it. The degrees are literally named in order of how well you know the skill. Associates, bachelor's, master's, doctoral, etc. They don't pay you for the degree. They pay you for the perceived skill and the expertise that comes in with this degree. Now, I'm not here to sell you on university or college. I'm actually here to do quite the opposite. See, the problem with getting paid a salary for your skills is that going to school will send you in debt. It will take you years to get out of the degree. And even once you get it and you get your job, you're not time rich. You will likely be continuously working constantly full time for someone else, and you can only take a few vacations a year. But you've heard this spiel. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you, oh, why 9 to 5 sucks, because I don't agree with it. I do enjoy the 9 to 5 life. I used my job to go ahead and fund my businesses. But the issue is you're too time constrained, which means you're completely at the mercy of one company, no matter how great your skill set was. I was great at sales. However, I was stuck to one main offer the entire time. And if no sales calls were coming in, if no leads were there, I had nothing to do and I wasted my potential. And so many of you go through the same thing. Some of you are artists. Some of you are great at coding. Some of you are wonderful at writing and copywriting and whatever the skill may be. However, you are limited by working with one company. I am not bashing university. I am not bashing the 9 to 5 like every other person in the space. I'm bashing your mentality. Yeah, square up, fight with me. I don't care. You are working with one bloody company and selling one skill to them. You are shooting yourself in the foot. So how do you get paid ridiculous amounts of money for your skills without a degree? Sure, yeah, you could take your courses and trainings and programs and boot camps and yada, 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 and you're going to get paid by a single company. But if you get paid $5,000 a month for a single company, you're going to be making $60K a year. But what if you're able to do it for 5 companies, dude? take that one skill of yours, that one bloody skill, and you offer it to 5 different businesses. Now you're probably wondering, Wiz, how the hell is that possible? You can't do that. It's easy. All you have to understand is what is the main skill that you provide to people and how can you break it off into buckets? Well, if I'm great at writing, what businesses need writing? Well, e-commerce brands need persuasive writing on their websites to convert more people into customers. Well, why not understand what I'm best at, make those into these chunked up deliverables and offer it to that e-commerce brand? Now I can go to another e-commerce brand and say, hey, I can offer the same thing for you. I can write the content for your website and get more people to buy for you. Now you have a repeatable process that you're able to do and provide to customers. That's called the system. Systems are going to be one of the most important assets you can ever learn in your arsenal. It will teach you how you can automate things and duplicate the results for other different businesses. Now you're no longer reliant on one business. You're doing $300,000 a year. So if a business owner knows that they can scale to $50,000 a month by paying another business $5,000 a month, they'll happily do it. If I owned a restaurant and you come to me and say, Wiz, I can go ahead and blow you up on social media because I learned the skill of TikTok. I learned the skill of Instagram. I learned how to take beautiful videos and edit them, and I can get you more customers. And if I'm doing $100,000 a month and you're going to make me another 5 to 10,000, hell yeah, of course I'll pay for you because you're going to make me more money. It's called a return on investment. And that's where you come in. Every single business on the planet is actively looking for people with high income skill to hire as an employee or as an actual freelancer or agency owner. And when I say high income skills, I'm not talking about back end stuff like doctors, engineers, and trade workers. I'm talking about skills that make businesses more money at scale. The more money you can make the business, the more they will pay you. And the more money you can make the businesses, the more other businesses will come in and say, hey, you figured this out. You got the bloody sauce. Let me come in and pay you too. So what are some of these skills? What are the skills that you can learn? Well, these skills are killing it for people inside of my program. It's $150 a day and they're learning exactly what skills to master, how to actually get amazing results, how to close the clients. And there's specific skills that you're going to be able to master within the community too. Just click the link in the description. Now, there's 2 types of skills that I need you to understand. There's non-negotiable skills and there's variable. Non-negotiables are things that you cannot negotiate on, and the same principle applies to skills. Non-negotiable skills are things like sales and copywriting. They're applicable in every industry. I don't care if you're an OnlyFans star or if you have the most high-end restaurant and Drake is your customer. Both of them need to understand sales and copywriting to persuade people to come in and purchase from them. Any business in existence needs these skills in order to scale. So for example, car dealerships, real estate, agencies, they all need salesmen. If you can regularly sell a $100,000 product, a business will have no problem paying you 2% of that per product. Anything with ads, a website, or emails needs copywriting. What would happen if you took these 2 skills and you paired them with one variable skill? What's a variable skill? Let me explain it. You become a business owner who has money plus freedom plus time. A variable skill is what's going to make you stand out from everyone else because sales becomes a skill that everyone's trying to learn. Same with copywriting. But if you can combine those 2 with one extra skill, a skill that is unique, that can make people even more money, you are in the ultimate zone of freedom. And you sell those skills to businesses. This is called B2B, business to business. Here are some examples. If I was great at writing, I would go and learn cold email and I would cold email people, or web design. I can go in person to a restaurant and say, hey, I will make you more money. I will help you build your presence online. And I'm selling them with my sales tactics. The skills that you learn that are non-negotiable can now be tied in with any of these variable skills. So how do you become good enough at any of these skills in order to start selling them? Books, courses, YouTube, and of course, the Utopia. Utopia is every resource you'll ever need to build a profitable marketing agency and learn high income skills. Click the link in the description and get set up now.